Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 107 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where you can see I'm kind of in a little hole. What's it for? I don't know. Maybe a magma slime spawning, killing setup that we have that gets us, 128 levels every time it runs. It's ridiculous. Let's check it out. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where we got Rarisa guarding us. Oh, we got Sandy. I think that we may have lost Justin. Are you Justin? Yeah, you're Magus. I think I killed Justin by ripping off all of his armor. I'm pretty sure he went over here into our tree farm and he's like, finally, my watch has ended. I can end this misery of just standing around this man's house as he does random things with no plan, no idea what he's doing, basically. So yeah, I think Justin may have went into the great beyond, unless he's like floating around, unless he decided to walk away, you know. Oh my gosh, look at all these iron golems. There are just so many. Justin, you decided to go hang out with your friends. Okay, I'm glad you're alive and you're doing okay. I am so vested in the lives of all of my iron golems. I got a clan here. Forget villagers. This is an iron golem village, not a villager village. And we got a new friend, Zuchi Wolfusul. Cool name, bruh. Okay, anyway, today we are going to work on what we had kind of sort of started towards last episode, I guess, but never finished and everything. I don't know if I ever mentioned I upgraded these, by the way, for our power. But yeah, so we are going to work on getting ourselves our mob farm set up. Okay, for our essence, because essence is my bottleneck now, right at the moment, memory essence specifically. I do have, as you can see, 18 levels, and I have a little bit of experience. Oh, nope, I don't. I lied. I used it. But I forgot that we have these greater experience gems, and yeah, they work actually pretty well. Not going to complain about it. We get about 23 levels if you start from 0 from a stack of these, and we have plenty of them, so I've just been using them as we go. Oh, who's over there? Wow, somebody's on the run. He's trying to escape. Who we got over here? Who's escaping? Yeah, jailbreak. Samantha. I don't even know who you are, Samantha, but you're going home, okay? Yeah, you think you can get away from me? You think you can escape? There is no escape from TheAndrata Landia. But yeah, anyway, so experience gems work fantastic for us getting some experience. Completely forgot about those, and we have a lot of them. Plus, these greater experience gems, the experience gems can convert over to the greater experience gems fairly easily, and that's pretty much the only usage for these things. These regular experience gems is to convert over to greater. The greater ones are used for some crafting recipes, including like Pedestal upgrade when we get to that point, EXP droppers, ring of discount, the insightful crystal, which I used. So what we have is inside of our backpack. I want to get away from all this grass because I'm going to end up breaking some more grass and then I'm going to put stuff away. If we take a look inside of our backpack, you're going to see that we have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of things that we're going to be working with. So let's go ahead and talk about all of this stuff. So the first things that we have are all of those glyphs that I had talked about making, all of these guys here. And I need to get myself a token of joy, which I do have. Remember, I requested all those, and then a token of sorrow. I only have one. Let's go ahead and put those up here because we're going to have to hold some of those in our offhand for our process. And while it's on my mind, let's grab our tokens of joy and do our spirit of calling. Now, how do we make these? I don't even remember. Oh, it's just a rune craft. Do I have the system to know these? No. Let's add that to our to-do list so I don't forget to teach the system. But a lightning craft is fairly easy to set up, and we can do all the rune crafting. So yeah, I want to do that. Run away. And grab my tokens of euphoria. Where they at? Fall from the sky. Come to me, my friends. There we go. And that gets us that Nature's Aura quest finished. The purest expression. So anyway, in our backpack, we have all of our runes that we're going to need for our spawner. So I just made the max amount. I don't think we're going to use all of these, but we're going to have another spawner set up very soon for witches and everything. So to get our Wixie shards. So I figured making extra of some of these is not bad. They're really not difficult at all. Scaffolding, magic clay. Our decoy was just armor stands. The glyph of linger is just dragon's breath. Dragon's breath is probably the hardest thing that we had to get. I think I only have one left. Yeah, one left. We can make dragon's breath though if we get our ender honeycombs and we go ahead and actually process these. We have a 1% chance of getting dragon's breath out of these. I may set up a separate centrifuge, just a regular centrifuge for these things, and start processing like these ender honeycomb blocks and all of our other ones, like the not the man honeycomb, the ender honeycomb and the clockwork honeycomb, essentially, because those require us to put bottles into the centrifuge, which is a big pain. So I may just, you know what, I'm thinking about it. Let's add it to the to-do list. I already have one, but we'll add it to our to-do list so that I don't forget to actually do the work. But yeah, so there's that. And then our other centrifuge is working perfectly with our blocks. So dragon's breath is good. That was the only thing that was super complicated, and it's not even really that complicated. Luckily, I had grabbed some before we had killed the end dragon, and I learned all these glyphs myself. So that I have them in my book. I forgot that we upgraded to a tier 3 book with the blood magic, so we can learn all those tier 3 spells now. Anyway, so there's all our glyphs, and they all do various things. Like the glyph of sensitive enables redstone control, which is why we have a redstone link here with an experience gem, because this is going to be our experience generator. So we can turn this on and off as needed. We have a glyph of summon decoy, which is going to increase the spawn count if we hold it with the token of joy, and it cannot increase it more than 5. So I made 5 of them. I'm sure it starts above 5, but yeah, like I said, we have it. Glyph of dampen makes them silent so that you don't hear them. We're not going to be over there, so it's really not necessary, but I got it. Why not? Glyph of freeze, I believe, is turns off AI so they don't move around. We have glyph of intangible, which ignores conditions. And as far as I know, the glyph of intangible actually does the same work that the glyph of the one that stops you from needing light, ignores light conditions. This one. If we use the glyph of intangible, we don't need to use this one, so that's why this one's first. We'll try it and see what happens. It may not even let us apply it. It doesn't cost anything, so it's not hurting us to have it. And then we have glyph of linger, which is increasing entities so that more can spawn. And it was mentioned in the comments in last episode that we don't really need to increase the max entities, because that is when you have your spawner sitting here, and then the spawner checks its radius around it in a 9x9 cube, which is generally why you build your spawners. Like you put it up and you have 4 blocks, 4 blocks so that you have a 9x9, and then you have an internal 9x9 for your spawner room, so you can get the max amount of mobs. If you're outside of that, as far as I know, it doesn't check for the mobs in that area, so it will just continuously keep spawning, which is what we have going on. And you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. So anyway, so there's all of our glyphs to modify our spawner to make it hopefully run as fast as we possibly can. We have our sword over here. We have our pedestal, and we have a block of netherite, which it doubles the damage that our sword is going to do. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to do that. I think our sword is going to be perfectly fine for killing the magma cubes without having to increase our damage. So we may put a block of diamond there. It depends on what happens here. We may end up actually killing ourselves, because the block of netherite, it doubles the damage, which is going to make this do almost 40 damage. And this attacking upgrade does in a 3x3. If I happen to get into that area, it's going to attack me, and it may just one-shot us. I don't know. That's 20 hearts worth of damage, that we do have protection and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see where that ends up. If it becomes an issue, we'll swap out to a block of diamond. And I don't think that slimes are still going to survive on a 19.25 damage anyway. Then we have a modular router that's going to be used to pick up our experience. And I realized after I had created all of this stuff that I don't need these 2 things. So this is our modular router with a vacuum module and then an XP vacuum augment. This is the only thing that we haven't seen. Taught the system how to make this, which requires that insightful crystal. So the system knows how to make insightful crystals now. Bam. And we have augment cores, because I made, luckily I bulk crafted these at the beginning of when I had access to them. So we still have quite a few available to us. And yeah, but anyway, this XP vacuum augment allows the vacuum module Bing, to collect experience orbs instead of items. XP can be converted to a variety of solid and liquid forms depending on other mods. Liquid XP conversion requires a tank capable of storing liquids by the millibucket either in the buffer or placed adjacent to the router as a block, with eject mode enabled in the module GUI. So yeah, we don't need this. I thought we needed to have the fluid module and the fluid tank so we could actually convert this over, but you don't. You just need a vacuum module, an XP augment, and then some sort of tank next to your router for it to be able to push into. So this should work perfect. We're not going to need these fluid modules, although the fluid modules will come in handy later, so I'm not terribly upset that I made them. You don't go there, you're going to go there. So that's all of that, and we'll set this up. And then we have a simple black hole tank that I'm going to have sit next to our thing that can hold 1,000 buckets. And then we're going to set up an advanced black hole tank down in our basement to do our actual bulk storage of everything. But as far as I know from this, we are going to be getting the wrong kind of essence for what I need. I believe we are going to be getting essence of knowledge potentially instead of the essence, the memory essence, and this is what we need for all of our crafts, right? It's memory essence specifically that we need for this, and I don't know if it's ore dictionary. I don't believe that they're ore dictionary, so we're gonna have to convert this over. So if we have our bucket that holds 1,000 and then we push that into a thermopneumatic processing plant and just let this convert everything over to memory essence, I think that will work fine. I don't know if we actually need essence of knowledge specifically, but we're gonna have to see what comes out of the process, because if it's essence of knowledge, this isn't essence of knowledge isn't used terribly too much. It's used for our spawner cores, and it's used for some demonic will, and then that's basically it, other than bottles of enchanting. And if we need to use this stuff to make spawner cores, we can always convert back if we wanted to. From essence, which can be converted from stuff, maybe. We'll see where we end up. It really depends on what we're going to get out of the craft. I don't know. And then over here we have 2 Ars Nouveau things, a warp scroll that I've already configured, and a source relay warper that we haven't set up yet, but it was fairly simple to make, just required this stuff, and some warp dust. Warp dust is probably the most complicated part of this, because it requires a warp stone to be crushed. Warp stones are a tier 3 altar recipe at 25,000 LP. Quite expensive to make, but it just required a tablet of warping, which was fairly simple. So I went and did that, got that, staberated myself, got those. I had to make 3 of these to get 9 so that I could make 2 source relays. So we have 2 source relay warpers, and what these do, it allows us to teleport source remotely. Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually don't need this. This is for our witch project. Yeah, I don't need that for this project. Ignore that. Pretend I didn't show you that. That's for our witch project. I kind of, as I was doing this in between episodes and getting everything ready, I kind of kept mixing the 2 up, our witch project and our essence project, thinking I was working on my witch one, but I'm working on my essence one, so whatever. And then last thing here, I just want to show that I put my bulk item filter here onto this router with Plonk. This item filter is what gets updated whenever I have to do any crafts for our Ars Enchanter. Anytime I have to update this, I have to come and update the catalyst inside of this filter. And so I decided I'm just going to leave this one here. If I need another item filter for any other modular router general filtering, I will, but I don't want to change this, because if I take all this stuff out, I have to remember what the heck I put in there, all the catalysts, and it's a pain. So I don't want to. Our Gormorillus is working great. I haven't had to do any kind of startup or anything with this in quite a long while. So this clock out block idea has worked fantastic. It's doing its thing. We're filling up all our pools. We're getting going, and I think we're having a good time. So anyway, let's get started with what we need. And what I need first is to come on over here and grab myself a jar of source, and we'll go ahead and replace that. And we have one that's 10% full. Sure. Bam. One thing I want to point out, when you create your jars, they're going to source jar with like this. This has no NBT data. If you put one in there that has any sort of NBT data, which means it ever was placed in the world, it will say if it's 0% full or 100% full or anywhere in between. It will mess up your crafting. So just want to point that out there. They have NBT data. But what we're going to do is pop over to our wither milkers, and you're going to kind of see this area is a little bit changed. Not really. We just don't have any access to the down below area, because down here I have set up a Ars Nouveau portal area. What this is just, it's actually very simple to make this, and I don't know why I never have used this before, but if we take a look in Ars Nouveau, we're going to see there's this little section called portals. Basically, you just get arcane bricks, build it in the portal shape, get a source jar, throw your warp scroll in there, bam, you have a portal. And the cool thing is it doesn't continue to use source. Once you open the portal is open. You don't got to worry about providing source to the portal anymore. It's literally a one and done. So what I have here is a bunch of arcane bricks that are going to spawn in here. I believe that my area should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We may have an issue with spawning, and it may spawn some guys up here. I didn't think about that when I did this. I may have to shrink the spawn range of our spawner. Now that I'm looking at this spawner usage, we may have to do the whole minus... No, not increase spawn count. Oh, wait, that's the one I want. Number of entities spawned at once. Oh, I have that. I have the decoy. Where is the... spawn range? I may need some glyphs of AoE. Yeah. We'll have to see. What I don't want is spawners them to spawn up here. I don't want that to affect anything up here, or just have slime sitting around. And I didn't think about that when I decided to use this room for our crafting. This is that big tower for our wither milkers. So I said, hey, let's set this up and do it all in here because we have all this space. Why not? Anyway, so let's go ahead and throw our source jar down. Doesn't matter where. And then we get our warp scroll taken out. And all we have to do is throw it into the warp portal. It kind of got sucked into me when I did that. But yeah, it did use 90% of the source in here. It did require a lot. I believe that is determined by the size of your portal, not the... anything else. Now, I may have an issue too with these arcane bricks being on the edge where the... mobs won't jump or fall into this. If that's the case, and yeah, if that's the case, you know what? I mean, I'm just going to fix it. I don't want to have to deal with it in a bit. Yeah. Anyway, what I'm afraid is going to happen, mobs are going to spawn, and since I have no AI, they're going to land on these bricks, and they're just not going to move. I don't know if they're going to spawn that far out. We'll see. If that's the case, I'll just move this in one, so literally this whole floor is warp portal, but I don't want to do that yet because I need to work in here without falling into my portal. Granted, I could open it last and everything, but yeah. So if we go ahead and jump in here, it's going to take us down to this little area that I have directly below our wither milker spawner. I just used my destruction gadget and cleared out this massive space. This is literally as big of a space as the destruction gadget can clear out. And then I filled in the walls so that way we have a nice room because we're going to use this for the spawner for... essence. We're also we'll put our witch spawner over here. We'll spawn the witches maybe in the second floor down, say here. Oops, see, that's what I didn't want to happen. I think if I do it here, I just got to find the right spot so I land here. And then if I go down one more, we can put the witch spawner here. I can fill this in, close this, and then we can have another Ars portal set up on the floor. So witches spawn in, go down, and then they teleport down into this area as well. And yeah, I think that's going to be good. Now this is lit up. So why did that? Oh, it's lit up because I have I thought I had a Feral Flare Lantern. I don't. This is completely dark. I have night vision. I completely forgot about that. How we doing? What if I put you there? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm like, man, this is a nice lit area. I thought I had a Feral Flare Lantern in here. Yeah, no, I don't. It's completely dark. Night vision works. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up our pedestal attacker here. Mobs are going to spawn down here. They'll get attacked, and then we'll have our modular router sitting over here. So let's go ahead and get our attacker and then set this up. Once we do, this should go fairly quickly. We shouldn't have to worry about terribly too much. What we need to do, though, is get this pedestal upgrade. And so in order to do that, we're going to need all of this stuff. So Token of Rage, I believe I do have one of those. Perfect. We are going to need 4 pixie dust. And if you remember, I said I have exactly enough pixie dust, which I do. We're going to need a Rune of Muspelheim. And luckily, last episode, we got some of those runes of summer as a quest reward. That way, or rune of autumn. That way I don't have to worry about it. I think it's rune of autumn. Refined glowstone ingot is going to require me to get energized glowstone, which is glowstone in a magma crucible. Do I have a magma crucible set up for crafting? Yeah, okay. So let's do refined glowstone. So refined glowstone ingot is going to be in a dissolution chamber with energized glowstone. Bam. Energized glowstone is going to be a magma crucible with glowstone. And that should be it. Let's just pop downstairs. It'll be faster instead of me trying to scroll through there. So you are going to be energized glowstone. You tower of crafters that needs swapped out is going to be that. And so now if I request a Muspelheim, I should be good to go here. Yeah, should have everything that we need. It's going to craft the radiant casings, which we have. The radiant stuff from last episode, but I think it may have just used all of them. But I heard the crafter kick off, so that actually happened pretty quick. Or is it crafting some of the interim runes? Yeah, it's crafting an interim rune. Lust, greed, something like that. Not 100% sure. But yeah, look, our mana is going well. We're doing good. It takes forever for any of these to go. But that's honestly because of our mana spreader. We should probably look into upgrading our mana spreader. Now that we have the portal open, we can go to Elven mana spreaders. Summer Air, Dreamwood, which is just living wood, polished wood planks thrown through, lovely. And then Push Lens doesn't look difficult, just looks kind of sort of annoying. And this one's going to take forever, and it's going to use a ton of mana. But yeah, all right, let's come back. All right, Muspelheim has finished. We should be able to grab Muspelheim. So we need that. Then we're going to need a Skyseeker's Blade. Should be fairly simple. Ingot of the Skies and Ancient Wood Rod. Bam. And then the last thing we're going to need is our Pedestal upgrade base, which I do have some of them already made. And the system knows how to make them. It is an assembly process with a block of gold. Perfect. So all we got to do is pop over here, dump all of this stuff into here. And then this guy is going to go here as the catalyst. And bada bing, bada boom, we should be good to go soon. Right? That's everything. You guys are full. Hello? No recipe found. What are we missing? 4? Oh, the Montu God Shard. Ha 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 ha. Come here, Monty. So you go there, and then you go there. Perfect. And then our attack upgrade should end up in the system, if I spell it right. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to show up as Pedestal upgrade. There we go. Perfect. Auto attacker. All right, so let's go ahead and pop over to our Wither Milker. We'll teleport through the floor, teleport down, bam, bada bing, bada boom. We're good to go. All right, so let's set this up. So what we're going to do is get our pedestal, and we're going to place, and you know what? I'm not going to worry about the netherite. I don't think we're going to need to do that much damage. So I'm going to do a block of diamond because I am scared of killing myself. I just don't want to do it. So we're going to place this down there, and we're going to put our upgrade in our offhand. Yes, to apply it. And then I believe we have to put our sword in our offhand to apply it here. No, give me that back, please. Hello, sir. I want my backpack. Thank you. Can I have that back? Give me it. Goodness gracious. All right, let's try this again. So pedestal, you have to put this in your offhand to be able to apply it. And I believe the blood-seeking ender has to go into our offhand. Having it floating up there is not going to work. Let's pop into our book and see. There should be a pedestals book. Yep. And then upgrades. Let's just do auto attacker. Yeah. Upgrade allow items from the below. This is auto attacker. I clicked auto attacker and it opened the planter. And this opens planter. Okay. Please see the original. How about that one? Okay. How about that one? Okay. None of that helps. Yeah, there's so many duplicates in here. This book is not fully up to date. It seems it does not work perfectly. But there, how do I get this in here? Do I need to craft this then? You got to get the sword into the upgrade somehow. No? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so reading on the wiki, it says you have to slot the sword onto the upgrade, which is not very helpful. I looked in the Discord, and my assessment is correct. Having it floating up here does not actually apply it. It says you have to put it in the offhand and apply it. And now it's making me wonder, do Tetra tools not... Am I unable to use a Tetra tool in a pedestal? Is it not counting it as a sword? If that's the case, I'm going to be a little bit bummed out here. Let's try with a iron sword. Oh, yeah. Son of a gun. Are you kidding me? Why? Lord, save my soul. I can't use a Tetra tool for this. So that's a bummer. This has all of our enchants on here. Now, as far as I know, we can use a Tome of Scrapping to pull the enchants, but I don't know if it takes all the enchants off. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be very bummed. And if that's the case, it will be another instance where we cheat our enchants back in. I'm not doing all that again because it cost me a ton of levels to be able to get all this on there. And why can't a Tetra tool be used in here? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it, buddy. And look, scavenger, capturing, looting, and ender disruption. It's not even going to take all of them off. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't want to deal with that. I need knowledge of the ages taken off there. I need sharpness taken off of there. I need scavenger. I need looting. It'd be nice to have Vorpal taken off of there so it can do more damage and stuff like sweeping edge. I wanted it to be able to sweep the edge and everything. So yeah, and there's no way you can change what stuff gets taken off of there by re-rolling your enchants by enchanting something else or enchanting a book, but like, man, that's a bummer. So yeah, you know what? Again, an instance of I already did all the work. You guys saw me do the work. I'm not doing the work again to go farm through the enchants to try and get all these back because the pedestal can't take the Tetra tool. So bam, 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 bam. So we need sweeping edge 6. And apparently sweeping edge. All right, we'll take 5, whatever. I must have used an ancient tome on there. At this point, I don't care. Knowledge of the ages 7. Knowledge of the ages 7. Perfect. We have, I don't even care about the capturing sharpness because I already have capturing on here, so it really doesn't matter. We have sharpness 7 on here. We have Ender Disruption doesn't matter. I would like Vorpal. I don't know if it applies, but it would be nice to be able to do the extra damage. So we'll do Vorpal 3. We have Scavenger 3. And we have Looting 7. Okay. So there's all those. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. We are going to grab a diamond sword, I guess. And can I upgrade that to netherite? Is that possible? So I can at least get a little more damage. I can. Let's craft ourselves a netherite ingot. We're going to upgrade that to netherite so I get as much damage out of this as I can. I should have a smithing table over here. We're going to do that and that. Now we have a netherite sword. I'm going to go ahead and delete the Lethal Blood Seeking Enderium sword. It's done. It was a great tool, served us well, but it don't work, so it's going away. So bam, that is now gone out of our inventory, out of our trash. And then finally, we are going to go into creative mode because I don't have the experience to be able to do this all again. And we're going to go ahead and apply our chance. So most important to me, just to make sure that we do it all properly, is going to be knowledge of the ages. We're going to want scavenger. We are going to want looting. We are going to want sharpness. We are going to want sweeping edge. And we're going to want Vorpal. And we're going to call this the EXP. Or this is going to be the slime annihilator, basically. So there we go. We have our slime annihilator, all the same enchants that we had before. I'm going to go ahead and turn game mode creative, game mode survival. And then I'm going to exit the world and we'll come right back. Okay, we're back. Open to land is closed. No cheat mode on. We're good to go. All right, so problem solved. We have our slime annihilator. We can go ahead and actually go set this back up. I am going to go ahead and actually, now that I think about it, we are going to put this into the wall so that way our slimes can fall down. I'm probably going to set up an elevator somewhere in here just so I can just teleport down and then be able to access stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and pop in here because it's the easiest way for me to get down here and set this up. So now we should be able to place our pedestal down. Put our pedestal attacker upgrade in our offhand, put it on, and get our slime annihilator in our offhand and place it. And there we go. Tool added successfully. It is going to work. It's going to do the thing. So if we get mobs in here, they will spawn and then they will immediately die. Pretty much. And we'll see how the netherite one does. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I will swap this out for that block of netherite now that we're only doing 9 damage instead of 20 damage. A little bummed about that, but it is what it is. All right, let's set up our modular router. The only issue that I have with this is that if I put the netherite, it's got a 3x3 range, which means I'd have to expand this. Not that it's a big deal or anything. I don't know if the glass like blocks it. So like if I stand here, am I still going to take damage from it? We're going to have to test it out. You know what? Whatever. We'll test it out. Though testing it out and then having to bum rush back in here and not die is going to be interesting. That's for sure. All right, I'm taking damage already. But do I take damage out here? No. Okay. So as long as I don't go in there, I think I'll be okay. Which I don't plan on going in there. If I go up here, I'll probably take damage. Yeah. Now if I go in there, yeah, I take a decent amount of damage actually. But if I don't take damage around this, the glass does block it. And that's what I wanted to see happen. Okay, cool. So then let's go ahead and we'll put this block of diamond away. We're going to grab our simple black hole tank, and it says it just has to be adjacent. So we're going to put it on top here so we can see how much is in there. And then we'll grab our dank, fill this in, bam. So now our killing area is locked and loaded. We're ready to go. Our modular router is going to be set up with our modules. We'll set these here. So we're going to have our vacuum module. And our XP augment is going to go into the vacuum module. XP type is going to be a... Oh, we can actually pick. Oh, and something went in there. We got 14 buckets. I don't know what the heck just spawned in there. Whatever that was, we just got 14 buckets of experience from that. That's ridiculous. I don't know what even spawned in there because this has no light. Something spawned in that room because there's no light in there and I didn't realize that. And it fell down here and gave us 14 buckets. That's pretty fantastic, actually. And it's actually working perfectly. It's ejecting, though it shouldn't have. Oh, we got the wrong essence in here now because I didn't have a chance to change this. But yeah, we can cycle through this. I want memory essence directly. Or do I want... now that makes me wonder, do I want essence buckets and then convert on demand? No, I don't want to convert on demand. We'll set up a regular mob farm. So what I need to do is actually now pull all of that out. Can I do it? I can do it with this. If I do that and I set the front to push, and that'll pull all of that out. Luckily, it was only 14 buckets, so we don't have to worry about it, because now this is going to be locked to essence, obviously. Come on. Get to work. Do faster. There we go. Okay. So now we have a bucket of or a tank of essence from industrial foregoing, which is great. It's good to have. Now we have spares. There we go. Something just spawned again. It looked like a something on a spider. You go there, something like that. Yeah. Now why aren't you picking that up though, buddy? Do I not? I don't have eject turned on. It didn't need to be turned on before, but now it does. 63 buckets from whatever the heck that was. Oh my God, this is a lot. This is awesome. I love seeing ridiculous numbers like that. 63 buckets. My goodness, that is fantastic. I forgot to turn my map back on. I'm trying to see if this area is chunk loaded so that this can run at all times. And yeah, it is. We're directly in this center chunk, so it is chunk loaded. 63 buckets. That's great. So if we go ahead and pop down here, we can go ahead here and fall down. Nope, get me out of here. I'm gonna die. God, I knew it. That was why I didn't want to use the netherite spawner on there. That's the first time we've died since we set up soulbound on all of our stuff. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh goodness, I need to. Come on. Why aren't you? Let me teleport. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then now I can fall down in here. Getting to my stuff, though, is going to be... I should be able to do that. I don't need this. Get this out of here. And I just have to click this. There we go. Okay, stuff's back. Good. Do not fall in there. I really need to not be able to teleport into that thing. And then we got to use JEI to turn off our death waypoint, because that's where it comes from. Okay, don't fall into your spawner. Word of recommendation and wiseness from TheAndrata. I really should set up an elevator system so that doesn't happen. But if I do, then the mobs might spawn. I don't know. Let's go here. No. I'm always scared. Come on. Okay, fall there. Perfect. And you know what? I'm actually just we're gonna turn this off. I'll remake this, though I'm gonna have to actually turn off my pedestal somehow. And if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just replace this all on the walls. We'll be right back again. All right, so we'll just have to throw a scroll into here and get it done, get a thing of source, but we'll get to that at the end here. So what I want to do is find the center of the room, which is going to be like here. Yes. And then we're going to go ahead and build up, grab our spawner. And we're going to place the spawner. So we're going to grab our token of joy and our glyph of sensitive. That way we can redstone control this thing. And I probably should. Let's do this. Let's set our redstone link up. I guess if we want to turn this on and off, we're going to want it to be down here, right? So let's do this. I don't know why we would, but grab our experience gem. You're going to be here. So now you're going to be set to the control. We're going to grab a lever and we're going to just have it turned off immediately. So we'll do this. So now that's off. Wither milkers, we can just teleport straight down now. Perfect. Okay. So what I need to do is apply this so that I can throw this redstone link on there pretty quickly. So let's do this. And then we're going to do this. So now it's going to have redstone control. Redstone link. Oh, and it actually is turned off by default. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. So if I actually pair this up, it's going to be turned on. Let's go ahead down here. Turn that off. Bam. Bam. This is going to be a little bit longer episode for you guys, but we're going to finish this project before we end. So just bear with me. Bam, you are the receiving end. So now if anything happens, it'll turn on, or if we go downstairs, we can turn it on without having to worry. And I don't want to hear lightning going off while I'm doing this, so get out of my way. Okay, so that is that. So now we just need to get the rest of our glyphs and do the things that we need to do with them. So let's get our token of joy. First off, we are going to add silent. Perfect. We are going to add summon decoy. So this is going to increase the spawn count. Yes. And it can only increase the spawn count to 5. So we're at 5. We're good to go. Perfect. Glyph of linger. That is going to increase the max amount of entities up to 10. So we're at 10. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put that away. We are going to do the glyph of intangible. That is going to ignore conditions, which should allow it to... Oh, I was like, what is that spinning thing? That should allow it to just continue spawning. Disable spawn conditions for a spawner. Perfect. Which means we shouldn't have to add glyph of shield. It let me. Whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. And then we have glyph of freeze, which is going to turn off AI. And that should be everything. We didn't need a token of sorrow unless I want to decrease the spawn range. The spawn range is 4. So we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? This is actually pretty decent. Is this a 9x9 room? I didn't even measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 9x7. So that means technically this isn't high enough. We may get some mobs spawning up there. Do I have any AoEs in the system? Can we bring that down by 1? Yeah. Let's go ahead and just do that. Spawn range should now go down to 3. So now it's only going to go 3, 3, and that should be more than enough. And we shouldn't have to worry about any of that anymore. Perfect. Cardboard, go away. And all we got to do is turn this on. We just need to kick on our spawner, our portal. So if we pop down here, I'm going to have to grab this guy. Bam. Then I can go ahead and pop in here. I need to get a warp scroll. And we just got to set our pedestal up again. Then that's not difficult to do at all. We're going to let them spawn in right here. Then get my glass placed back up so I don't take damage. Pedestal here. Attacking upgrade here. Slime annihilator there. Glass. Okay. Okay. So then I just need to pop home. Where is home? Let me out of here. Okay. That was the wrong direction. I thought I went this way. Grab myself a source jar again. Grab myself a source jar to replace this one. Sure, the one we used before is perfectly fine. We're going to teleport down and yeah, we're going to do the whole elevator thing. So if I ever need to come in here, I can, because otherwise I'm going to come in and I'm going to immediately teleport down to Nowhere's Land. So let's go ahead and teleport here, and we're going to set the elevator up right here. And that was here. No, that's like way over here. I believe that is it. Yeah, okay. So now I can come in here if I need to without having to worry, and that should be outside of their spawn range. We'll see what happens. If one of them pops up there, it's okay. All right, so now all we got to do is place our source jar in here. Bam. And then throw our warp scroll into the portal. We have a portal, 10% used. And then I just need to... I didn't think about this part, but I need to actually go down one more so that I can get to the... so I need to set up an elevator so I can get down. All right, give me a second. We'll be right back. Okay, finally, for the last time, we should be good to go. Source jar. Bam. Place that there. We're going to go ahead and throw our warp scroll down in there. Activate. We're going to take our source jar. Note I placed it closer because it does that. It teleports down in there. So if we pop down here, which I set an elevator up for this level, and down here, perfect. Give me my source jar. And I flip the switch. We should get slimes spawning in and then falling down, in theory. Or, well, teleporting down, really. Come on, slimes. Come on, slimes. I want to see some slimes. You're activated. You're doing the thing. But you're just not, you know, going to do it fast enough. Like, nope. I need to, like, really... Planks. Let's give myself a little platform here, I guess. Oh, there's a slime. Oh, man, he spawns on top. Are you kidding me? Move out of there. Go. They're going to spawn on top. What if we need something that makes them fall off? Because they have no AI, so they're not spawning on the sides or anything like that. So even if I do that, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, well, that worked. I'll figure out the whole spawning thing, but I want to see this. It's already full. This thing is full. We can't get any more experience in there. How many levels am I going to get from this clump? Let's see. 128 levels. Oh my goodness, that is great. That is the best thing ever. I know why there's no spawn sliming. I need oh, they are. Or is that just because I came up there? My goodness, that is ridiculous. I think I need to get the agitator. Spawner agitator. Put that on there. So now it'll ignore that if I'm in the area. Because that's the only thing that I don't believe that it does, but the spawner agitator works perfect for it. Let's grab some more. Do I need experience? Oh man, that is great. So we have 1,000 buckets in here and it literally can't pick up anymore. It's done. So we need to get this transported over to home. So we're going to go ahead and bind this. Yeah, we'll just bind this guy and bring it home. And we're going to bring this whole project home. So I already cleared out a space and you can kind of see here, I already added a pink slime advanced black hole tank because it kept jamming up my freaking system over there. So let's get ourselves our memory essence here. And honestly, this one doesn't need to exist. We're going to grab we're going to grab an entangled block. Do it quickly. And we need to just put this somewhere that I can extract from it. I think I have a room that I do that in. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, really I need 2 entangled blocks to get this set up. I want it to look nice, you know? I don't want to have stuff all in the area. And the way that my setup is now is kind of not... it's prohibitive of actually setting up this way that I like to. A mechanical pipe. Do I have any of the fancy ones? I do. If I put you here, and I want to make sure that you do not connect. So none. Do not connect there ever. And we're going to place this one here, and you are going to be bound there. You are going to be set to extract, which is going to fill that up pretty quick. And then we're going to bind our new guy, which is why I made 2. Bam, advanced black hole tank. You're going to go sit here. You are going to get essence inside of you. And yeah, all directions are going to be enabled. I just need to bind you really quick. Bam. And there we go. So all of the essence should now flow into this guy. And I love these tanks because they show you how much you have on the outside, so you don't have to ever click into them. So at a glance, you can see what is going on with all of your stuff. So yeah, look, there we go. 1,000 buckets of essence just like that. Didn't have to do anything. I mean, we did have to do stuff, but nothing too super duper crazy. I don't feel like this is anything that's like ridiculous other than having to get the portal to Alfheim going. But just why aren't we getting more is my question. Because it should just be producing, right? This whole area is chunk loaded, unless, you know what? Yeah, no, the whole thing should be chunk loaded. Ah, we got a magma cube jam up here. But if I do this again. Tee-hee-hee-hee. Tee-hee-hee-hee. It's great. Tee-hee-hee-hee. I wonder how much experience we have back at home. I love this. This is awesome. Yeah. Bro, what's going on here now? We were getting hundreds of experience, and now we're like not... I guess it is spawning the little baby magma cubes, but it's okay. I'll take it. The only other thing we're going to want is a vector plate, so we can get them off of there. And that's going to require air reagent and queen slime ingots. So I'll work on making this in between episodes. I think we've made queen slime before, or if not, it's all right, what is it? Molten queen slime. What are you? An alloy of magma cream, gold, and cobalt. Yeah, I'll make that happen. Vector plates push entities. We can put it on top of the spawner. It'll push them off into our spawner thingy. But yeah, I think that's going to work great. We're doing good. Essence is increasing. And yeah, completely automated essencing. I love it. It's awesome and a lot of fun and pretty cool. And I just love seeing big numbers like that. So get off of there, all of you, so that other stuff can spawn in. Like, get out of my way. Maybe the no AI was not the greatest idea in the world, but it is what it is. But yeah, there we go. Essence spawner, magma cube, great, fantastic, love it. It's hilarious. Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.